Well, hello there, Lola. Gonna be good? Hi, welcome. Need my little latte fix. I have this dog right here. Can you come here? I know no one's on yet, but if you're watching the replay, this puppy is right here. Camera shy. Look. Hi. Anyway, hello. How's it going? Welcome to my weekly Facebook Live show. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder of Generation PR and the creator of this profitable PR pros community. We have thousands of PR pros. Hi, Christina. PR pros from around the world. Lola, Christina says hi. Hi, Gail. That are members of this community. And it's so cool. If you are in our free Facebook group, you know by now that any questions you have about pitching the media, running your business, dealing with difficult clients, which we've all been there, maybe we're all still there in some way, shape, or form. This group has your back. They are going to take care of you, answer questions, give you 15 different bits of insight from seasoned pros that have experience they're willing to share. So I am extremely grateful because I always envisioned a place like this for publicists to go that would help everybody improve their businesses. And I knew there would be other people like me who wanted to have a community that was collaborative. And it's so cool because it's taken a little while. It's not like build it and they will come. But now we have this group that's just, give me a thumbs up or a heart if you're in the Profitable PR Pros community and you have felt like the giving and the generosity there is is just beyond anything else for our community online. At least that's how I feel. So look at that. Okay, awesome. Love it. Let me know who's here because obviously I can see your names in the comments. I knew there were a lot of people interested in joining this one, and it's not just professionals. Yay, Chelsea. How's it going? You guys should follow Chelsea on Instagram because she's super inspiring with her commitment to fitness and, just super, super focused. And to me, a commitment to fitness is a commitment to your self-integrity, promising yourself you're going to do something and actually following through with it, which I struggle with sometimes because I commit to everyone else and my clients, my business, my family, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes it's hard for me to follow through on the things I'm telling myself I'm going to do. So something I'm always working on, always looking to improve. Oh, and she's getting married. That's the motivation. Well, you look amazing and congrats on your engagement. Hi, Elaine and Latrice. Nice to see you guys. All right. So there's going to be other people on here that are not just PR pros because we posted this on, where did it go? We posted this on my Instagram and a lot of people were like, I'm going, and they're not just PR professionals. So I have talked on a lot of podcasts about pitching the media. We want to talk about writing winning pitches, help you create compelling killer pitches because we know as PR professionals, the measure of our success always comes down. You want more food? Always comes down to getting results. If you get results for clients, they'll stick around, and if you don't, then you might be offering other services. But if your core services are media relations and they want you to secure press, it's hard to get them to stick around if they're not converting. So it's really essential that we figure these things out and make subtle tweaks so that you can land incredible media features for your clients. We're going to hone those pitching skills. And like I said, it might just be subtle tweaks, but we're going to cover some of the best ways that we can, tweak a little bit so you can write killer pitches that have simple strategies that have helped me and my team convert to land epic features. What, can I help you? Can I help you? Okay, I might have to throw this across the room. Here you go. Don't harass the cat, okay? Go. Okay, so I actually have 7 tips for you today. I'm probably just going to keep throwing food at the dog so she leaves me alone. She was great all morning, and I just knew the second I went online she would be busy. Okay, we love a Lola cameo moment. Well, thank you. You guys always know we're professional around here. We do what we say we're going to do in the sense that we deliver on content. Everything we put together is aimed to be the absolute very best that you can get. It's really important to me, but we're also like, we're real people here. Oh, thanks, Tatiana. How are you? I'm thinking about you. You're amazing. You are amazing. You guys give Tatiana a little love, a little heart, because she is so wonderful, inspiring, strong, and resilient. And I'm very grateful for you in my life, Tatiana. Anyway, okay. And I'm wearing green, obviously, St. Patrick's Day. Okay, here we go. So, we're like, my first tip here is infuse personality into your pitches. Listen, we're PR pros. We have personalities. It's half of the reason why I'm here talking to my dog and my cat and throwing things. It's like, I don't care. This is who I am. So if you don't like it, then find somebody else to look at. But I think that one of the things that really helps me and my team connect with the media is infusing personality. You're talking to a person on the other end. It's an actual human being. You have to connect with them and respectfully but carefully tailor your pitches to sound like you are talking to that specific person and to a friend, if you can do that without being too casual. Oh, no problem, Nelson. Haven't missed much. So we love that. It's like looking at journalists' social media content. And this is number 2, so I'm going to merge the 2. It's like infusing personality, connecting with someone in the sense that you're making it friendly. You want to have them not feel like they're talking to like a computer-generated pitch or some kind of robot. You're a human being. Let's get your pitches to convey your personality so you can make a connection with the person reading it. And the second tip is you're going to highly tailor your pitches. So you want to make it clear that your pitch is for that specific person, that you're sending an email to that journalist, to that editor or freelancer on the other end of the pitch. It's just for them. So you want to make it clear that you know that the story or the idea, the angle that you're sharing is perfect for them, their specialty, what they write about, their media outlet, their audience. All of that is important because you want to make sure they know that you know what they're up to, because if it's not clear, they're not going to read what you have. And they're also not going to look at it from the lens of, this person knows what I'm up to. They're, on top of my column. They're on top of my articles and my features. So I'm willing to read this because they're probably giving me something that's going to be relevant. So the more specific and tailored you are, the more likely it is that you'll land the perfect press feature, or that you'll connect specifically with a journalist. And maybe they'll say, not right now, or I covered this recently, but I'll keep it in mind for the future if we do an update, whatever. You just want them to know this is not a mass pitch. This is not something that everybody's getting, and they're just going to delete it and be like, spray and pray doesn't work with me. So we always approach it with going deep and making those deep connections versus just going broad and doing a numbers game, because that doesn't work. And I've seen pitches, I've been on the receiving end of some of those spray and pray pitches, and they're lazy. And it's just not a good approach. It doesn't work. And it's also a waste of your time and your client's money. So you want to mention specifically who you're pitching to, even like personalizing it in some way that shows, if you're following them on social, they just went on a vacation, reference that. Oh my gosh, your pictures from the Maldives looked incredible. No one's going to the Maldives right now, but road trip, let's say, like your trip up the coast was so inspiring. I love it. It reminds me of when, I did a similar trip, although we didn't make it as far north as Mendocino. Wow, your pictures are gorgeous. Now they know you're sort of checked into them. I don't think that sounds stalkery. I think it sounds like, you're inspired by their cool content and you are dialed into who they are. So that's 1 and 2. 1, infuse personality into your pitches, and 2, highly tailor your pitches. So it's aligning your idea with the right person at that outlet, the right timing, the right story angle that will really connect with that specific writer or the content that they typically cover. Lola. Anyway, just throwing beef jerky at her. There's worse things I could throw at her, I suppose. So that's 1 and 2. 3, specifically mention affiliate relationships. Okay, so if you have a client with a product, we know now many outlets will only feature brands that are available on national retailers with affiliate commission available, Amazon being the number 1. Typically, they will specify too if they're doing a query and they want certain information and they're putting it out into the world. They'll say if it's on Amazon, it has to have a minimum of 500 reviews and they have to be 4 and 5-star reviews. Okay, I'll explain why in a second. But this is something that you want to work into your pitch. And it's subtle, but it's not so subtle. It's something like, oh, by the way, this is available on Amazon, because they know that that is a commissionable possibility. And they are getting directives from their publishers that any products that are featured have to have the ability for trackable affiliate commission. The reason for 4 and 5-star reviews and a minimum of 500 reviews is that is kind of the tipping point they see as what will convert when they talk about a product, and they see that their readers will actually click through and convert, put it in their cart. So anything that's sort of new or just has like 70 reviews and they're kind of like 3 stars, not going to get it done because they know that their readers will click through and not be convinced that they absolutely must have that. So there are other ways to generate affiliate revenue through other major retailers like Target, Walmart, the beauty stores, Ulta, Sephora, all the major department stores. Every site is having their own affiliate opportunities. Amazon, self-contained. Are we coming on this side now? Hi, how can I help you, my friend? Amazon is self-contained, but the other sites, you can also have your client's website. Oh, good, I'm glad. The other sites, go get it, are like, let's say your client has a website. They can build in an affiliate program through like Share a Sale or other outlets or other platforms. But if their product is not a high ticket product, the commission is going to be too low. The value of Amazon is they drop it in their cart and they get the full cart transaction. So if they buy tons of other items, like organizing things for their house, and then they get a computer or whatever stuff they transact with in the cart, if you originated that link, you get the value of the full cart. So it's very appealing to have a great Amazon product. So mention it, because we are finding more and more, that's what my agency focuses on, is our brands, brands in baby and kids, beauty and cosmetics, and sort of lifestyle brands. We will not get press anymore. It is like less than 10% of the features will get secured on just the product alone. It has to have an affiliate link. So we also did an affiliate marketing, not affiliate marketing, but how affiliate marketing relates to PR and how it kind of coincides with your pitches and how to use it to be successful. We did a masterclass inside my program, the Pitch Lab. It was a paid masterclass, but we offered it free to our members, and it sits in there. It's still there. Okay, good. Good girl. Good girl. Good leafing, Lola. Good job. Sorry, I'm training her to not attack the cat, and she just acted very, very good. Good girl. Okay, sorry. So that's something that's there for you. And we went really in depth. It was a really good lesson plus discussion that we had where other people weighed in on things that are working with them and their clients. So that is inside the Pitch Lab, which is our monthly membership. I'll tell you about that at the end if you're interested. But so you're going to specifically mention any affiliate or relationships or opportunities subtly, available at Target, Walmart, Amazon. You can also reach out through your platform on ShareSale or one of those other outlets. We just use ShareSale a lot, and see who the publishers are on there. And some of the traditional media outlets that have online versions will be listed as publishers. You can pitch them directly. They usually want a higher cut of the commission. So be open to that because it will come up, because the typical 5-10% is not enough. They want 25%. It's kind of a shakedown, but if your clients are able to do it. Okay, what? You want more? I mean, I don't know what to do with her. Anyway, okay, so that's 3. Affiliates will make or break you if you have products. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's a reality now. And if you're not telling your clients that, you're missing out on the opportunity to really guide them to understand how to play by the rules, how to navigate this world right now. Okay. This dog. Okay, I don't know what to do. I'm a first-time dog owner, and I did all the things. I fed her. I know Lola has opinions too. And look at her. Oh, here we are. Her tail just blossomed one night. It just was a normal tail, and then one night it became a feathery tail. It's so cute. Okay, number 4, write compelling subject lines. So a great subject line will make a huge difference, and it'll give you this chance to build credibility right off the bat. Because we know that journalist inboxes are totally flooded. They get hundreds. I've heard 75 as a minimum, up to hundreds of emails every single day. And it's something that'll sort of get you to stand out. It could be a make it or break it. So we at a minimum, the headline should just get them to open the email. That's your goal. Open my email and read it. Okay. So you want to use searchable keywords to make your pitch easy to find. Lola. So if you are answering a query where they're asking about a certain topic or an expert, mention that in your subject line, because if they're asking for 5 different types of resources for 5 articles they're writing, you want to make sure that when they go to write your topic that they can search and find it and see it in their inbox. So searchable keywords will make your pitch easy to find. And then if you have some kind of notable observation, a statistic, or something that really stands out about your pitch, something newsworthy, something notable now, you can include that. But keep it short, no more than 10 words, an average character count, which is the letters itself, between 41 and 64 characters. My team found that just based on research. Okay. So it's not like I have a specific thing that says, data says blah, blah, blah. But this is just based on email open statistics that we have seen. So no more than 10 words, and then between 41 and 64 characters. Otherwise, the whole thing kind of gets cut off, and it's dot, 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 and they might not see the main point of it because there's the ellipses and then it cuts off, and they might not click through. So we also, inside the Pitch Lab, we have a little mini lesson on headlines, and we have a headline hacks resource inside the program, and we're updating it now. so that it's a little bit more focused on pitching and more refined, because it's been a couple years. We just want to tailor it a little bit better, but that's inside there too. A lot of people ask about subject lines. I think at a minimum, the best advice I could say is do not overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to create this really witty, hey, Natasha, this really witty, everyone, I don't know if you guys all know, Natasha just got engaged to her wonderful fiance, Aaron, and we're so happy for them. Yay, Natasha. So don't put pressure on yourself to write this incredible subject line. The goal is get them to open it. That's it. So whatever that takes. But don't be like don't be super like cutesy or try to be witty to the point. Hi, Naisha. Hi, Kelly. Aaron, called you out. Good job on that ring. Bling, bling. Or I should say rock. It's pretty big. Good job, Aaron. So yeah, we want to make sure they just open it. They're enticed to open it. That's it. Don't overthink it. Don't be stuck in perfection paralysis because of your headline. Just hit send, get it out, because a pitch that isn't sent. Some people say yes. Some people say no. I lean towards the camp that's no, because I think it's pretty obvious. Okay, good. Hi, Ricky. I saw you missed our call the other day, and I was like wrapping up, and then I saw you log in, and I was like, But of course, you'll have the replay for the agency accelerator. Yeah. So I don't love saying pitch. I think it's kind of like obvious. I have given the advice before to say pitch in a subject line. I probably wouldn't do it now, personally. Never put pitch in the subject line. Nelson, explain that. Yeah, I wouldn't now. I think it seems like unprofessional. It's kind of like it seems like you're like, hey, are you interested? It's a pitch. Are you interested? Other than like, you're a journalist, you learn about news. Here's a headline, a subject line. Open this to learn about more news that may be relevant for you to share. Pitch is like, hi, I'm over here. Like, I have something to tell you. Yeah, I think it feels yucky. You'll have to DM me. What is that workshop? Hopefully it wasn't one of mine. I don't know. Anyway, and then number 5 is really, really obvious. And it's a good reminder, but be short and sweet, because we know announcement or submission with a juicy tagline. That's way more engaging than pitch. Not one. Okay, not one of mine. Cool. Yeah. So I like that, Natasha, a lot. And how do you find your conversions or open rates? Let us know that. So be short and sweet. We know that winning pitches, they're engaging, they're timely, but they're also succinct, right? Journalists are busy. They get tons to read. They're going to skim it. So if you can't frame a media approach with an interesting story in less than 180 words, it's probably a good time to pause, review it with fresh eyes, reflect. 94% open rate. You heard it here first. That's incredible. So she'll say announcement in all caps or submission, and then a juicy headline to follow. Stellar, Natasha. Love it. That's so good. So if you are not being able to say it succinctly, you have to rework the body of the pitch and really reflect on what you're trying to convey and see what's there that you can trim out. See if there's extra words that are superfluous. Okay, she's going to give an example. See this, community, you guys? And that's why Natasha is a queen. Queen is right. So anything superfluous has to go. You want to start the basics of a winning pitch. Just start with an interesting intro paragraph. I like, again, to connect with that journalist so that they know it's me and you only. There's nobody else getting this email. and then about 2 sentences to 3 that are going to highlight the main purpose of the pitch. And then something simple here that just lays the foundation, that makes the word count we're going for a subject line. Okay, this is, I'll do both, Elaine. So you guys know, Natasha gave a subject announcement. DJ E-Rock, celebrity DJ and on-air personality, announces new home. So this client is so happy. He is coming on board for another renewal. So this obviously got attention, got opened, and converted because the client is very pleased. Sorry. Interesting story. Okay. And this is winning pitches. Pitch. Okay. This may be super short. Aim for as low as you can get. Okay. I mean, maybe that's really, really short. It is really short. I mean, you could probably go over this, but not by a lot. You want to write 2 to 3 sentences and include details there that support the main purpose. And this was all over Las Vegas news. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So we also like bullet points. Full page feature in Las Vegas Weekly and broadcast also helped with a deal I can't talk about yet. Secrets. Love the secrets. Exciting news. So this is going to keep it succinct where they can quickly scan what your idea is. Maybe there's 2 or 3 bullet points that just summarize. Like if you're pitching your client as an expert, what can they talk about? Bullet, bullet, bullet. And it could be 3 different topics. It doesn't have to be one fully fleshed out. Maybe the journalist can say, oh, I really like number 2. Can you expand on that for me? And then you have permission to go back and give something a little bit more in depth and with more detail. But you want to give something quick, sweet. I put the word count here, 180, 200, fine. The shorter, the better. And then, I'll tell you my last little thing here. But number 6 is you want to make sure that you review them before you send them. So you want to look with fresh eyes and look for areas to improve readability. So like I said, you can use bullet points if you're trying to break up heavy text. You can use bold words or bold something or bold a sentence if you want to make something a really interesting nugget and have it stand out more. And you really want to focus on scannability and skimmability so that when they are quickly scanning your pitch, they'll be able to fully comprehend it. They want this type of pitch. Submission, Cara Duffy, dynamic multipreneur and international business coach. Hope they inspire. Yes. So when you say submission, this was for an existing article or some topic where you're throwing that person's hat in the ring. This isn't a blind pitch about Cara because there's no actual idea here, but you're throwing her in as a business coach and multipreneur with an international audience for a submission or for a call out. Okay, got it. Okay, great. And you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if you count the ampersand, 9 words. Anyway, we are going to review pitches, check for spelling errors, check for typos. Oh my God, this is funny. Nelson, last summer I used the subject line COVID bunions for a podiatrist. My eyes, oh my God, I'm like podcast podiatrist client of mine who had seen a huge increase in business because of the pandemic. And it was because the public was sitting around at home with nothing to do during lockdown. So they decided to get their their bunions fixed. Because of this headline, I got a national TV story from the health reporter at CTV, which is a national TV network in Canada. Awesome. Does style matter, AP or Chicago? I would love for one of the journalists here, Natasha, or anyone else who is a former journalist, Kelly, do you guys adhere to a specific style guide? We typically are not. Obviously, grammar, proper punctuation, spelling, AP. Okay. We probably adhere to AP more than anything, but I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just how I learned to write. And then also, how do we feel, guys, about the post period space? Is it one space or two spaces? And I think your answer depends on your age. And I'm trying to shift. Short, sweet, informative, and only AP to hyperlink out text. Okay, there you go. And we also want to ensure one space. This is the thing now. So I learned two spaces, and my husband does two spaces, and every time I correct his one space, I had to break the two space habit. Me too. Same. It is totally your age. Now everyone's saying one space. Okay. So I think if you're over 40, it's two. And if you are under 40, it's one. But this is what it is now. So Kelly says one space, especially if you'll have a media organization that might just copy and paste. And I'm old and learned two spaces. Yeah, we all learn two spaces. My mom, Claudia, did you know that it's now one space? My fiance also does two spaces. One. It is now one. So go back, break the habit. It's also annoying because I believe Word documents, if you do the space bar twice, it'll put a period at the end of your sentence. At least it used to. I don't know if it still does because of that, but it used to be type, space, and you get your period. Christy says, same here. I learned on a typewriter and used two. Now I use one. My husband still won't convert, and neither will mine, but I go back and I correct all of his, like if he's got a newsletter or an article he's writing, I go back and fix it. I don't tell him I fix it. He doesn't care, but he won't do it himself. I am intentionally doing one space now. It's a hard habit to break, but this is the new direction. And Allison's asking you to clarify, Natasha, only AP to hyperlink out text. What does that mean? Okay. And then, of course, you want to go back and ensure that you are not using jargon or too much technical language. You want to keep it simple and compelling. Elaine is saying, as a journalist, two spaces is super annoying because a copy editor will have to fix it or do a find and replace. Great tip. That's a style choice, Natasha. You're choosing to have those crazy talons, but they look hot, especially with the. So we're gonna hear what she has to say. Yeah, so try to aim for. I didn't even have that in here, but it is a big deal now. It's one space, and then also review it, say it out loud, and anything that you can do to break up heavy text and keep it succinct. Go back through, review it before you send it. I don't know what it is, if it's my eyes or that I skim things really quickly, but I will review something, I will send it out, and then the next day I'll look at it because the email will come back from whomever I sent it to, and I'll see like 3 mistakes. And I'm of course mortified, but I don't know how I'm not seeing them. So I realize I have to put on my glasses and read it. I have to take a break. I have to refocus my eyes and then read it again because I'm missing very simple. I don't know if it's like autocorrect is changing it or what. So be sure when you send something to a journalist, there are some that will literally delete your message. They don't care how good it is if you have typos because they'll assume you're not professional. It's a journalist. Writers are very focused on proper grammar, proper spelling. proper punctuation. So you got to focus on that. Or if that's not what you're good at, go to our community. Inside the pitch lab, there is a community of people. When you join the pitch lab, it's all members of our program that are super focused on writing winning pitches. So they will, if you post it in the Facebook group, we get people that'll read it, weigh in, and you'll get a second pair of eyes, which is always nice. And you can always do it in Profitable PR Pros too, but you never know if who is answering there. Allison says, I use Grammarly, print it out, read it, then read it out loud. Beautiful advice. I love that. Really great advice. So let me read that again. So she has Grammarly as a plugin on her editing. They have free, but they also have a paid, a paid subscription that gives you more benefits. And then she will print it out. She will read it in her head and then read it out loud. And I'm sure any mistakes are caught when you go through that process. And I love that. That's excellent. Okay, so Natasha clarified. Sorry, AP style. Pitches shouldn't be super formal, short, sweet, and skimmable. So for linking, if you say my client has been featured in Entrepreneur, New York Times, Us Weekly, I will hyperlink each of those with the article. It's like the AP Works cited. LOL. Yes, always proof with the hard copy, says Gail. Grammarly is a lifesaver, says Ricky. Suzanne says anyone who works in nonprofits, Grammarly is free for nonprofits. Oh, that's so good to know. I had no idea. I don't work with nonprofits, but I know a lot of our members do. That's excellent. Yes, I will clarify here. So Natasha's works cited AP explanation for all of the places a client's been featured and then linking to those articles if they'd like to see them. Great use of hyperlinks and probably has that anchor text, right? Like New York Times will be highlighted and that's anchor text to go to the article. Do not use anchor text when you are pitching your clients' products. So they probably wouldn't copy and paste this unless there's a byline or something. If you're including a byline for your client, don't have any hypertext in there, okay? Because you cannot have anchor text linked out to something else. That is a big no-no. Hyperlink their name to their website. Yeah. But if you are going to write a byline and include it, don't have hyperlinks in there because outlets don't. We talked about this last week or somewhere. I can't remember where, but they don't like hyperlinks. Okay. Okay, we got it. So our pitches are skimmable, no jargon, no words like innovative and, meaningless, sort of like revolutionary, keep it straight to the facts. If you have a technical product, okay, she's passed out in the hall, mission accomplished. If you have a technical type product, summarize it like you're talking to your mom. Summarize it like you're talking to your grandma. Like, simple language, nothing too technical. You want them to like read it and understand it. Okay. So we have Allison's wonderful suggestion at this point to use Grammarly, which is a plugin to ensure you're using proper grammar. Then take your pitch, print it out, read it, and then read it out loud so you can hear what it sounds like. And Natasha says, no attachments unless they ask for it. Automatic delete. Writers hate it for fear of spam and or a virus. So yeah, unless they ask for an attachment, a lot of journalists will have something that will automatically delete anything with an attachment. You can also have like a Dropbox, but you want to just be sure you're not clogging their inbox with attachments, big attachments. Also, they're reading on the go, and it takes forever to load. So don't include that. Okay, so the last thing is you're going to wrap up with a really clear call to action, or CTA. If you hear anyone say CTA, it's a call to action. So add a clear call to action at no attachments. I totally agree. Everything should go in the body of the email. So you want to avoid burying the call to action or make it really difficult for the reader to find. They should be able to quickly review and understand the takeaway from your pitch. So you want a call to action is essentially what is the next step they can take to engage, to move this along, to make it simple for them. So, for example, a clear call to action could be, let me know if you would like for me to set up an interview with, Cara Duffy, or maybe sharing a byline article for consideration. Let me know if you'd like for me to have my client write that up for your consideration. So you're pitching a bullet, and they can, or 3 bullets, and they can choose one of the 3 and say, that's really interesting to me. Your call to action will say, if any of these topics are compelling, let me know, and I can share a bylined article for your consideration. So it's really clear what their next step is. Or you can offer an expert as a guest for a podcast or whatever topic they can weigh in on. You can offer to send samples. You can offer to send images. You can offer to send additional information about a product. We like offering samples in a way where we are asking for the address. So instead of saying, let me know if you want samples, we'll say, please provide your address. Or if we have one for them, most people during the pandemic, they were working from home. We didn't have home addresses, but we were able to get them. Prior to that, we would include the address that we had from a freelancer we have worked with or in our database for a media outlet when they were in the office. And we would include the address and say, is this a good address for us to send your samples or your media kit to? And that is more of like, they'll say yes, and that's them accepting the press kit and the samples, knowing it's on the way. With the pandemic, editors working from home, a lot of them are in New York in like walk-ups with no doorman or whatever. They don't want packages. They have small places and there are boxes everywhere. So don't include a package unless they want it. Don't do, blind sample send outs, but do include something that's a call to action about offering samples, and to be even more pushy without being obviously pushy, just have it like a confirm your address or please provide me the best address. So instead of them saying, yes, I want samples, they're saying, here's my address. It's easy because they know that means they're getting their samples. Let's see. So we want to really just kind of summarize what the next step would be so the editor knows whether they should take action on the pitch now or save it for future reference. So this is a source we can use in the future. That's why having good keywords in there matters, because they'll file it away, and when they go to write an article, they're going to look for certain experts and search a keyword, and they'll find your client, they'll find your original pitch. Or is it something that's like immediate, take action now? What should they do and when? Like, if this is timely and relevant right now, what is the immediate next action they should take in order to catch this opportunity while it's still fresh? And we also like the idea of identifying and offering an expert source where you're really adding value to where you're adding value to the journalist and PR pro dynamic. You're essentially like, I know what you write about. I have someone great that I want you to keep on your radar. Maybe not for anything now, but here are some things they can speak about, like Natasha pitching Cara Duffy. I'm sure that pitch had some bullet points about her expertise and what she could speak about. So offering and identifying an expert source from that onset, like this first pitch, is a key to adding value in this dynamic, this relationship you have with the journalist, so that they're like, oh, I remember that PR pro gave me like this really great source. Maybe I'll go back to them. maybe I'll come back to them and see if they have any other experts. And we like it because it'll build lasting relationships, which is obviously one of your main goals. You want to, obviously, we niche down so you don't have to build relationships with literally everyone. And you just go for in-depth key relationships with the right journalists, the right writers, and know their style. And speaking of which, the backstory here, so Natasha says, a writer I befriended at LA Times said he has 3 filing techniques: ASAP, follow up, upcoming story ideas, and delete. LOL. He said novel pitches make him crazy. Novel not meaning new, novel meaning long. Okay. And backstory on that is she basically read an article that he wrote that was super fluffball, not hard hitting. It was about PR pros and the pandemic, and it was not well researched or something. It was just an article that didn't have any guts to it, and she called him out on it. And she was like, this is lazy or something. I mean, she probably said it in a really nice way. And they connected, and she got one of her clients like a full page feature in the New York Times. And they're like buddies now. So I'm telling you, having a personality, my tip number 1, which is infusing your personality. I mean, she wasn't even pitching him, but he liked her personality. He liked her candor. She was really blunt and was kind of like, dude, what the F is this about? Like, this is not, like, you're missing. This isn't a, poor me story. There are PR pros out there that are thriving, that aren't complaining. We're definitely buddies, and he's awesome. Yeah. So, it's about connecting, realizing there's a person on the other end. So, these tips are going to help you start crafting more compelling, winning pitches. Obviously, the depth of what type of pitches you're writing, the content of your pitches. This is just assuming you have these ideas and you want to get them to the media in a way where they're going to read them, open them, and want to engage with you. And what are those? What's the word? It's like customs or best practices. So these are the best practices. But we have an upcoming free masterclass that is called How to Go from Crickets to Crushing It and Double Your Media Placements for Your Clients. And that's on March 31st at 1 p.m., totally free. Here's just the explanation. And then I'm going to give you a link to just register. It's really good. So it's Crickets to Crushing It. So it takes what I'm sharing here and it goes way more in depth. And, we are here to ensure you get the best results for your clients so that they stick around. That's the goal. Consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue means your clients stay in the door and they're happy. So we're hoping to give you best practices. And Kelly, look, I have my La Colombe. We're giving you best practices so that you can just nail it for your clients, or just subtle tweaks. Maybe there's 1 or 2. Jen's classes are the best. Well, thank you. And this one's totally free. Crickets to Crushing It. And people like it. I mean, we've been running it for a little while. This is, I haven't done it live in a while, probably a year. So I'm excited for this one to go live. Yeah. So anybody have any other questions for me? Anything they want to share? 1 p.m. Pacific. Yes, that's right, Suzanne. Are you guys wearing green? Do I have to pinch you? Happy St. Patrick's Day, right? Yeah, any other like tactics that you have employed to win over journalists? Like something that's been like unexpected, like Natasha kind of reaming this guy for weak reporting and woe is me reporting and being blunt, like she said, won her a great relationship with him because he appreciated her candor and she's smart and she had other follow-up ideas for him. And he obviously listened. He was also like a sports writer that was kind of writing in a different niche and different column. It was very odd, but they're pals now. So anything else that you guys want to share? I've got the dog passed out. Just reach out and comment on articles. Then we talk shop and get on the phone. That's great. Yeah. Sometimes it's an Instagram connection and you're kind of commiserating over favorite shows even, and DMing like, oh my god, could you believe the finale, can you believe that happened, and then you start to get just like a fun casual relationship, and then you're like offering them value on what they write about, and that's always appreciated. But now you have a more open, friendly, easygoing dynamic, which we always love. For anyone who's new to PR or new on your own, you have to remember that journalists are people. Ricky's saying Instagram engagement has been really helpful for me. Me too. I've connected with some awesome, awesome people, and I'm just like, okay, time to pitch them because we have really good rapport in DMs. Natasha says, yeah, I have a lot of editors and contributors I'm BFF with on IG. They come to me for short pitches all the time. That's so great. Super easy. And it's a fun, easy way to connect. And you know what? You can even have your team do this for you if they have access to your account and you want to have them engage. I mean, I do it myself. It's not Clubhouse. Oh my God, we had some good results on Clubhouse. Ricky saying Clubhouse worked too once upon a time. There are still certain segments that are using Clubhouse. I hear a lot of authors are engaged over there, or engaging, I should say, over there. Oh my God, my son went to school without his glasses on. Look how cute these little tiny glasses. Oh my God, they almost fit me, but I can't see. Oh my God, these are kids' glasses and they fit me. Subscribe to Substacks. Yes. We have training inside our Pitch Lab program around we did a call, and Natasha and I and Jane Morehouse, Clubhouse is dead, I think so too, that Jane, we all shared certain writers that are really generous on Substack. They also have paid versions, Bryce Gruber, Jill Scheitelhaus, who, oh my God, Ali Walansky. Who else was there? Natasha will tell us. Anyway, go to Substack, subscribe. Best thing about J School, we all keep in touch. What Substacks do I find helpful? Natasha maybe can tell us about a few. Some of them are paid and they're really, like, you get free content, but the good stuff is behind, Lindsay Tiger, yeah, behind a paywall. Yep. So just go on Substack and, look for them and then subscribe, and then they'll offer you their paid version. They go in depth a lot about affiliates. Bryce will go into a lot about what's happening in the affiliate world. Let's see. What else? What else do you guys want to know from me? Sign up any good tech journalists on Substack. There was one, Natasha, the new one you added. Was he a tech journalist? It was a man. I don't know specifically, but I did start subscribing. You must pay for Bryce. You simply must pay for Bryce. And you should be an affiliate. Go tell her. Sign up for this. I'm going to post it again. And that's what I have for you guys today. If anybody has anything else, not been on Substack, Chrissy says. You're going to hear more and more about it. Bryce is worth every penny. It's inexpensive. It's like $60 for the year, maybe 100 max. But I was listening to the Smart List podcast, and that's with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes. It's great. It's one of my favorite podcasts. And the Pitching Powerhouse podcast, which is mine. I listed them out in the Pitch Lab. Yeah. So inside our paid community, we have like an entire list of the Substack people to follow. We had a new episode drop on the Pitching Powerhouse on Tuesday, about running a successful agency. What are the elements that go into it? The 12 elements that go into it. But on Smartless, they were interviewing Michael Moore, you know, the documentarian, although he doesn't want to be called a documentarian. Anyway, and he said he has a Substack that he writes once a week. I think it goes out on Fridays, which is his free newsletter, where he's sharing more in depth. He's sharing more in depth. Chelsea's asking where inside the pitch lab. Let me locate it for you, and I will try to go into the pitch lab, and there's a search bar, and type in the word Substack, and you should be able to find it. Okay. And if you can't, let me know and I will find it for you. But it was about a month ago or 2 months ago, one of our coaching calls, we listed them all out and we gave links inside. So type in the word Substack and they will pop up. I know how to run my own programs. Good. Thanks, Natasha. Anyway, so Michael Moore has a Substack, and he was explaining how that is his best way to stay connected to his audience and to get them excited about the causes that matter most to him, and to explain what he's working on in depth. And sometimes he has the most freedom there. It's kind of like this is mine, and I'm not speaking on behalf of a publication. I'm not speaking on behalf of a project I'm working on that somebody else is paying me for. This is my space to say whatever I want to say. So if you like it, subscribe. And if you don't like what I have to say, then get out of here. So the journalists are offering really good insider info. A lot of them are offering like little paid classes. And Natasha's saying all the ones listed in the pitch lab are free, but this is Bryce Gruber, Bryce. Bryce's paid subscription is, and we got 4 trophies. So that means winning, award winning. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you are all having a wonderful week. The news it's stressful. It's bleak. It's, but, I don't know. I'm just focusing on things that I can control and trying to release things that I can't control, and doing what I can to contribute. For me, I'm always advocating for my son, and today something came up that we have to tackle in our lawsuit against the school district. But anyway, just reach out if you can to 3 people that you know. Any 3 people, professional, family, friends, even somebody that doesn't know you. If you have been inspired by someone, if you have been supported by someone, if you feel love for someone or gratitude, reach out to them, send them a text, send them a voice memo, and express your gratitude. And if you do that every day, I promise you, you will feel uplifted. But there is something magical about sharing how you feel about somebody that may not even know you. When I get DMs from people who are like, oh, I found you on a podcast and this was really helpful, or thanks, hugs, Jen, great advice. It's been a heavy week. Yeah. You never know how it'll change your day. Cough, cough, Jen, this morning. Yeah, I did this for Natasha today. Well, every day because, but it's just whatever strikes me. And just share your gratitude. And it feels good. It makes other people feel good. It's a way to connect. And if you can sit in gratitude every day for your safety, be grateful for waking up in your bed, cozy and warm and feeling safe. There are people in this world that don't have that at all right now and may never have that again. So it's really heavy. And Nelson's asking about our next mixer, which is coming up. It is going to be April 7th at 5 p.m. is our quarterly Zoom mixer. That's for, I think members of our programs or members, I don't know. It's for members of our programs. Everyone in all our programs is invited to come to our mixer. We connect. I drink. Anyway, yeah. So gratitude, share the love, tell people you love them and appreciate them. And it feels great and it makes them feel good too. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week. Take care.